Hey, what's up, guys? This is Zach, your friend and realtor in the Bay Area real estate market. I am back today after 2 weeks. Want to apologize for not having a market update last week. Reason being, I was preparing I send a market update out once per month via email to my email list. So because of that, I missed the market update that I normally do here on YouTube. But the good news is today I'm going to be sharing that monthly market update with you that I normally only send out via email today here on YouTube. So the difference between what I send out to my mailing list and what I do on YouTube. So if you've been watching this channel or these market updates for a while, you know that what I do is I do a market update every week, every Monday. And basically, the table that I have on the screen usually just shows it will show today's date, and then it will also show the date from 1 week prior. Now, what I do with my mailing list is I just send out one market update per month, and it's usually on the first of the month. So I sent one out on May 1st, and this is the table that I included. So it has the last day of April and it has the last day of March. And instead of looking at the trends that occurred just over 1 week, like I normally do on these videos, we're going to take a look at the monthly trend. So typically when we do that, it's a little bit higher level. You get a better idea of which way the market is going because, with these market updates that I do, every week, some weeks the market cools off, some weeks it heats up a little bit, usually by, a small amount. But when you take a look at the monthly trends, high level gives you a better idea of, which direction the market is really going. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Like I said, I have the data from the end of March and also the end of April. So this is kind of like an April recap market update. Now, without even looking at the numbers, if you just look at the color coding that I have, you can see all the ratios are that navy blue color, with the exception of Santa Cruz County and San Francisco County condos and townhouses. Over the month of April, or during the month of April, these markets heat up slightly. So Santa Cruz went from 8.2 to 6.8. San Francisco went from 7.3 to 6.5. I mean, yeah, these markets did heat up over the month of April, but I mean, let's be honest, these are like some of the coolest markets in the Bay Area to begin with. I mean, it looks like Santa Cruz County single family homes is the absolute coolest market. This is 100% a buyer's market. So, if you want to buy a single family home in Santa Cruz County, you're going to have a lot of options. You're going to have a lot of leverage and negotiating power. Um, Santa Cruz and San Francisco County condos and townhouses. This is balanced, slightly buyer's market territory in the sixes. So, yes, it did heat up over the month of April, but I mean, still overall, it is definitely a cool market overall. Now, all the other markets in the Bay Area cooled off over the month of April and by a significant amount, if I may say so. Santa Clara County went from a 1.6 ratio to 2.2. This is pretty significant because if we take a look at the end of March, San Mateo County single family homes had a ratio of 2. And at the end of April, Santa Clara County single family homes have a ratio of 2.2. So, one way to think about this, Santa Clara County typically is and continues to be the most competitive market in the Bay Area. But the single family home in Santa Clara County today is less competitive than the San Mateo single family home market from the end of March. So, I mean, these numbers are pretty significant. Typically, historically, we don't see the market cooling off in the month of April. We see it heating up actually. So, and I mean, I don't think this comes as a surprise. I mean, with the uncertainty in the market right now, the stock market did go down considerably over the past month as well, which obviously affects, buying power. It decreases consumer confidence, whether it's warranted or not. So what I will say though is this market presents a tremendous opportunity for you if you have been on the fence about buying a home. I mean, I've heard time and time again, from prospective buyers, maybe have even said this yourself, but I'm waiting for the market to cool down, or I'm waiting for the market to go down before I buy. Well, this is it. It's here. This is literally it. It's here right now. Um, and then you might say, well, I want to see it go down even more. I want to see it crash. Guys, it's not possible to time the market. By the time that you think you're buying at the bottom, it's already too late. The market's probably starting to go back up again. So, like I said, this is a tremendous opportunity. Now, I understand with the stock market, maybe a month or two ago, you had the ability to buy a home, you had the ability to put a certain amount down for a home, and maybe now you don't have that. I get that. So if you can't do it, or if you're stretching yourself too thin, I'm by no means trying to push you saying do it anyways. But what I am saying is if you have the ability to buy a home right now, if you have the funds, if you're comfortable with the monthly payments, this is it. This is the time. This is a great opportunity. As a buyer, you're going to have much less competition than you would have had, like I said, 1 year ago, or even just a month or two ago. The winning offer on these homes, guys, is not going to have to be an egregious amount over list price. It's still a seller's market, right? This ratio, let's just focus on Santa Clara County, single family homes, and also condos and townhouses. These ratios in the twos, in the threes, this is still a seller's market. And reason being, there's still a relatively low amount of homes for sale. Santa Clara County has just under 2 million people with only 1,200 single family homes for sale. So the inventory is so low that yes, it is still a seller's market, but you're going to have less competition than you would have had a month or two ago. That competition is other buyers that, maybe would have offered more than you on the same home. So you still have to come in with a good offer, a good price. And I mean, this is not the market where you're going to get away with a low ball offer. Don't get me wrong, right? You still have to come in with a good offer at or above market value, right? But much less competition from other buyers. Longer days on market. So, you really had to move fast a month or two ago when a home would come on the market. If it had a good price, a good location, and it was in good condition, it would be gone in a week, maybe 10 days tops. Now we're looking at 2 to 3 weeks is actually the average days on market, even for those highly desirable homes. So there's going to be less offers to compete with, longer days on market, and more options. Look at the inventory. It just keeps going up week after week. A year, okay, Santa Clara single family homes, right now there's about 1,200. A year ago, there was half that amount. So you've got twice as many options than you did a year ago. So that's pretty much it for the update today, guys. Really curious to see what happens during the month of May, because eventually this uncertainty in the market, the dust is going to settle, and people that have been on the fence, they're going to step up and they're going to pull the trigger and they're going to get out there. They're going to accept the new market that we're in. And guys, life happens, right? People still have to have a home. People are still going to buy homes. So if you can do it now when the competition is uh, not so fierce, I would highly recommend it. But again, like I said, I'm not encouraging you to um, spend more than you're comfortable with for your monthly payments or, stretch yourself too thin. So that's it, guys. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you go to the About section on my YouTube, my phone number's there, my email's there, and my Instagram handle's there. Feel free to reach out, whichever way works best for you. I would love to chat about the real estate market if you have any questions or comments. So that's it for today, guys. Next week, we will be back with the regular weekly market updates. And then I think going forward, I will on, the beginning of the month do the monthly market update like this one today. So anyways, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Have a great day, have a great week, and we'll see you with the next one. Take care.